Welcome to BT Bytes. Today's byte: password safety.
According to the 2025 ITRC report, globally, 425.7 million accounts were reported breached in 2025. In the United States alone, there were 3,322 reported data compromises, which impacted over 278 million individuals. Passwords are one of the most basic parts of cybersecurity, but they are also one of the most commonly mishandled. And honestly, it's easy to understand why.
The average person has dozens of account logins: work email, banking, Microsoft 365, cloud apps, payroll, client portals, vendor accounts, personal accounts, and everything in between. So when people are expected to create strong, unique passwords for every account, remember all of them and update them when needed. The shortcut becomes tempting. That shortcut might be a sticky note under the keyboard. It might be a notebook in a desk drawer. It might be a spreadsheet saved on the computer called passwords. Or it might be using the same password over and over again because it's the only way to remember it. The problem is that every one of those shortcuts creates risk. If your password is written down and visible, it is no longer private. If it's saved in an unsecured document, it can be stolen if your computer is compromised. And if you reuse the same password across multiple accounts, one compromised login can put several others at risk. That's why password safety is not just about creating a complicated password. It is about creating a safer system for how passwords are stored, protected, and used. One of the best tools for this is a password vault, also called a password manager. A password vault securely stores your passwords in an encrypted location, so you do not have to remember every individual login. Instead, you remember one strong master password, and the vault helps you manage the rest. This makes it much easier to use unique passwords for every account. That matters because if one account is ever compromised, the damage is more contained. The attacker does not automatically have access to every other system where you reuse the same password. A password vault can also help generate strong passwords. Instead of using something familiar, like a pet's name, a birthday, or a simple variation of the same password, the vault can create long random passwords that are much harder to guess. And because the vault remembers them for you, those passwords don't have to be easy to type or easy to memorize. That's the point. Good passwords should be hard for attackers to guess, not easy for people to reuse. But using a password vault is only part of the solution. You also need to remove physical evidence of passwords. That means no sticky notes on monitors, no passwords taped under keyboards, no notebooks sitting beside your desk with account information inside, and no unsecured documents saved on your desktop. If someone can walk into your office and find your password, it doesn't matter how strong that password is. This is especially important in business environments where visitors, vendors, cleaning crews, temporary workers, or even other employees may pass through shared spaces. Cybersecurity is not always about a hacker in another country. Sometimes the risk is much closer and much simpler. A visible password can turn a locked account into an open door. So what should you do instead? First, use a password vault approved by your organization. Second, create strong and unique passwords for each account. Third, turn on multi-factor authentication whenever possible. A password vault helps protect the password, but multi-factor authentication adds another layer of protection if that password is ever exposed. Fourth, remove old password notes, spreadsheets, documents, and other unsecured records. Do not just move them somewhere else, get rid of them safely. And fifth, avoid sharing passwords through email, chat, text message, or sticky notes. If a password needs to be shared for a business reason, it should be done through an approved, secure method. Password safety doesn't have to be complicated, but it does need to be intentional. The goal is not to make your workday harder. The goal is to make secure behavior easier than risky behavior. When your team uses a password vault, removes physical password evidence, and enables multi-factor authentication, you reduce one of the most common and preventable security risks in the workplace. So take a look around your desk today. Check your monitor, your keyboard, your drawer, your notebook, and your desktop files. If there is a password sitting somewhere it should not be, it's time to remove it. This has been BT Bytes from Bacheler Technologies. See you next time.